Yes. The time they were like, okay, this is talent. When I got my first scholarship as a Form 1. After the first term, I went to nationals as the first Form 1 ever in Kerugoya Girls to go to nationals. And after that, I was called for the under 16 training as a Form 1.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, viewers from wherever you're watching us from. It's your host here at Wima Sports, championing sports development, and we are at Osoita Lodge, indeed, where guests become family. I'm so happy and amazed today because the family is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. Because you see who's here, you'll get to know about her in a few minutes, but let me just introduce you to her. This is a great lady doing amazing things, not only in the sports, but she's also winning in her career, which is broadcasting. Fourth-year student, about to graduate, and wait until you see her in the TVs. You'll get to know what I'm talking about. Gold medals and broadcast dreams. Lynn Mwangi's triumph in sports and media. Lynn, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much.
24 years old.
Yes.
And counting. And counting. I'm so happy and proud of her because, you know, most ladies wanakuangaya.
Yeah.
So,
I'm so proud.
Fourth-year student?
Yes.
What are you studying?
I'm studying journalism. Okay. It's called Bachelor of Arts in Journalism, concentration broadcast. Yes.
So hii broadcasting to layman, umejua nasema broadcast. Tunajua hii ya kubroadcast mimea ama mbegu kwa nini. Broadcasting journalism, what does it mean?
I wanted broadcast to be like something I can do on TV, on radio, on my own. I can do on cameras. Basically, that's broadcasting for me. Just being out there, just being the voice, being the one talking, being the face. Yes.
And how do you feel being the face, being out there?
Oh my God,
in your career, in a sport you love, as a professional athlete?
It feels so achieving because I feel like actually combining the two, I feel like I am accomplishing my dreams because I didn't know actually I had something in broadcast or media or anything of the sort until I started doing it. But now I feel like I'm not yet there,
yes,
but I'm getting to it.
You're getting into it.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, just allow me to introduce this lady once again. She's an amazing lady. I know most of you might see anapenda kuwa chini ya maji, lakini umesikia pia anapenda kukua out here. She's participated and won the nationals in Western Kenya 2016 bronze medal. Participated and won the East African Games in Eldoret 2016 bronze as well. She won the Kusa Games gold in 2017 and also won the Kenya Women Hockey Super League in 2018 gold as well. She won the Kenya University Sports Association 2019 gold. Oh my God, back-to-back golds. She won the National Team Test Series held in Nairobi, Kenya in 2021 gold as well. And she participated in the African Cup of Nations held in Ghana 2022 bronze medalist. She's also participated in the last. Umejua leo Queen ako hapa lakini alitembelea Queen before akuje. Sijui kwani wewe ndio ulitumwa na Prezo.
Well, I'm not supposed to reveal. Musinitumenie.
Yes. So she was in the Commonwealth Games held in Birmingham in 2022. She was also nominated as one of the most outstanding students in USIU Africa the year 2022, and it goes on and on and on and on. This is a journey that started. How did you start it all up?
I started playing hockey in high school. That is 2013, and it was very funny because my sister was in the same school in high school, Kerugoya Girls. That's where I started it all. So after I joined the school, I was about to transfer to go to another school. But one of the days after, after Form 1, how you're admitted, so I was like, people are going for training. I was like, let me see what these people are doing. Then as I tell this school goodbye. So that was in first term. Yeah. So I went and saw these people training, and I just took a hockey stick and started dribbling. And the coach was like, who is this young girl? Call her here. And so I went, and the coach was like, hey, unaitwaje? Naitwa Mombi. That time they used to call me Mombi. They didn't know me like Lynn.
Like Lynn.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, wait, unafikiria kucheza hockey? Niko like, But he was like, kuja kesho uone. So I went the next day, and as the only Form 1, now I joined the team and started training, and that's how now I started playing hockey. That was my first instance in touching a hockey stick.
Your sister played hockey as well?
Nope.
You're the only sibling playing sports in your family?
Yes, only athlete.
Only. How was it? Did you receive, being an athlete like me, we are 2. My brother followed up after me. We are 9 years apart. But being the pioneer athlete in the family, there's too much friction of, hey, achana nayo, soma, nini. How was it for you?
Guy, let me tell you, apparently, when they heard I'm playing like hockey, they were like, what? Hockey ni nini? And then I was like, me just sijui explain, like, I don't know what to tell you, just, it's a hockey stick and a ball, and then you play. And apparently I feel like my high school coach loved me so much that he like put his time to train me as the only first Form 1. So he even like told my mom about the game, and my mom was like, okay, kumbe my daughter has a talent. My dad was like, okay, what is happening? They were like, do continue. Now my sister was just into, she knew hockey goes far because she has been in that school for 3 years. I didn't know. So my sister was like, let her go on. That sport is amazing. So that's how I think I just proceeded playing. And my sister was into drama. So she had nothing to do with sports. So her talent was acting. So her in sports, my elder sister, sasa huyo atani agon case huyo.
At what point, did your parents accept you to play the sport and supported you? Have they ever come to any of your games?
Yes. The time they were like, okay, this is talent. When I got my first scholarship as a Form 1, after the first term, see this now second term where first term is games time, second term you go for East Africa during those back days, a long time ago. So after the first term, I went to for nationals as the first Form 1 ever in Keruga girls to go to nationals. So they were like, and then I got now a scholarship. And after that, I was called for the under 16 training as a Form 1. So same year. Wow. 2013. So my parents were like, we don't know what this girl is doing, but we just thank the Lord. So since then, I have never faced, my parents have never even doubted it. I have never received any doubts of hockey. So it's something that came and picked and proceeded. Yeah.
You've had over the years a remarkable career in field hockey, achieved numerous awards and recognitions, which is one memorable achievement or championship or something?
To be honest, it's Commonwealth.
Commonwealth.
Yes, the one that I went last year. Because that was I've always dreamt of going abroad to play. Okay, I always dreamt of going, playing, and just visiting. But this time I went to play. And it was just the top notch of my career. I was not believing I'm in Birmingham. You see like the flight, how you connect flights.
Yes.
I never slept because I'm like, okay, like it was a dream come true for me. That is the proudest moment of my life. Yes. Just going, participating, and just playing with those big, you see how we see like Ronaldo, and now this is me playing with now the Ronaldos of hockey. So I was like, it's a dream come true. You're tackling Ronaldo, you're like dodging. I was like, now this was my best moment of my life, because I reached a height where I always dreamt of going, and I went to that place.
How did you get to handle that level of play?
To be honest, it was not as easy as we expected. We were like, okay, we are going to go. At first, these are top playing athletes. These are professionals. These are people who have played hockey since these are elite hockey players. But as we are upcoming, our country is upcoming. So going that level, it was, okay, we knew we will not like win, or it was us going to participate and gain the exposure. So I think we went with the management of, we are going to expose ourselves out there. We are going to play out there and try and come out with all learnings. We are going to get all teachings you're going to get out of that place. So it was a moment where you're going not to win, you're just going to expose yourself. You're going to learn from these top athletes, because it's going to say, actually we can't go say we are going to beat these people. It's no. So it was an opportunity for us to go see hockey live for ourselves out there and participate against these people.
Most of the team was young, I hear.
Yes.
And there was a comment of, the future of women's hockey in Kenya is bright.
Yeah.
What was the average age of the team? Birmingham?
Let's say below 30. We were mostly 24, 23, 22, 27, 28. Yeah, that was the age.
Okay.
20s, yeah.
Okay. So you've played at the high standards, the fields are different. What else is different? What was the tough things in terms of infrastructure that you guys had troubles adjusting in order to play? Vis-a-vis playing in, gravel or playing here on grass. What were some of the challenges you faced?
First was the fields. The quality of the field we found there was amazing, because these people, it's normal for them. Like for them, their sports are, I think, I don't want to say all treated the same, but their sports is on another level. So for us here, you find that we have one very good public field, which is now City Park Stadium. Then now the SIC, which is now a privately owned, as I think. Yeah. And now others is personal, like how USIU we train, how other teams train, which most of us are not astroturfed. They are not water-based. But when you go out there, those people are used to water-based stuff. For them, they are used to, they have the right shoes, they have the right, I don't know. So you find that for them, they had the right equipments. You find that for them, after game, you see, there's a way athletes carry themselves out here, and you just want to be like them. You see how even they warm up, how they warm down, and you're like, anyway, this is pro. You see, there's just a way you find these people are carrying out, and you're like, man, they are so ahead of us.
One thing I appreciate, I appreciate more so the Kenyan athletes, the African athletes, is, man, you guys make it to that level with what we have.
True.
And what I usually encourage athletes from here at Wima Sports is, you've already made it to that level.
Yeah.
That means you're equally able to win games to get to the highest level. You can't compare same scenario, latest scenario we have South African rugby, right?
Yeah.
World champs, right?
Yeah.
I know they have top-notch facilities compared to us, Kenya, but we still try.
Yeah, that's true.
And they also have, there are other countries that have better facilities than them, incorporate sport science, incorporate sport medicine, nutrition, and all that, but they still emerge. The moment I feel, I'm not attacking you, the moment I feel, we athletes go out there and we've made it, I've qualified for this level.
Yeah.
I can take it to the next level.
True.
Are we going back to Birmingham the next time?
We sure will.
I know you guys are having competitions right now,
Yeah.
the ladies hockey team. And what was the spirit like after leaving Birmingham for you people? Were people motivated and, hey guys, I want to come back?
Yes. Actually, after, I think Birmingham was the top eye-opener for each and everyone. If we were able to play that level, what else are we able to do? You see? Yeah. So even after we went to Birmingham and came back, and after the break we went back now fighting to go to Paris, which now I'm so proud of them down there, because they are now fighting for the semis, which I believe they're going to qualify for the finals. That I will bet. And now it's now us to fight for Olympics, because that is the next highest level we'll have made it to as Kenya. Because it was, I feel me and my team, we are so proud to be the first ladies team ever in history to go to a Commonwealth Games. I think the men have ever gone in some, I think 90s. Yeah. The men went to a Commonwealth game, but now us as the first female ever trust me, that's why those girls down there are fighting. They are fighting now to make sure the name of Kenya women is still up there.
Still up there.
Yeah.
And how are they doing so far?
They are doing so well. They're in the semis.
Congratulations.
Won all games.
The men are knocked out? I think so.
Yeah, yes, but yesterday they won their I think placement match, something like that. Okay. But they are not into semis.
So we're in the semis. When are the semis?
Today, they were being played today. Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought it was after Sunday when we shall premiere. So that we rally a call for people to support them.
Yeah.
But indeed, we appreciate what you guys do, what they do, and how much you are working hard. Speaking of working hard and balance, you are preparing for Birmingham. You had games locally in the local league, and you are preparing for other leagues you play. You are a student as well.
Yeah.
You need to study. Professor atataka kujua yuko Birmingham. You have a family. I mean, you need to relate with your family, your social friends. How do you balance all this?
So I feel like this question as an athlete, it's so, I think, intro. Like it's in a person as an athlete, as
viewers, umesikia hiyo kizungu ya USIU. It's so what?
wewe wacha zirudi. Labda ni wrong. Anyway,
go ahead.
So as an athlete, I feel like we have just a personal space where you just have to balance if you want it. You see how we are told, let me take this out of topic. When you nambiangwa, if you're in a relationship and a man wants you and he's busy with work, he'll have to look for time and make sure he sees you. I think it's the same thing with sports. Yeah. You have sports, you have academics, you have a family. You have to create time. And I feel like as an athlete and as a student, you have a schedule. You're supposed to go to training at this time. You're supposed to go to class at this time. If those two are intertwined and those two are at the same time, you have to pick something that it's more important to do. Like in hockey, as we are told, number one, academics come first. If right now you go and join a national team in hockey, whether men, women, the first thing you're told, never ever put sports first and leave academics, because academics comes first. There's more to life than sports.
Yep.
So you find that for me, I was able to balance, because in USIU, we are privileged to choose our own classes. You choose your own timings. So, and before national team, a schedule is released. So you're able to place your classes at a time where sports are not being affected. So you can choose a class when I'm not going for training, when I'm not going to the gym. So that's when you feel, sasa kumbe naeza enda training alafu nikuje niende class, because as you choose your own classes at the time you feel you're suitable at that time. Yeah. So that was easy. For me, I don't think even they're ever in a competition. Yeah.
So long as you manage it well,
yes,
right?
because of,
Recently, you are the top scorer in Mount Kenya University tournament.
Yeah.
And can you just briefly talk about your goal scoring strategies and, what it takes to excel in this aspect of the game? Because I read from your profile, you are a defender, right?
Yeah.
How did you become a top scorer?
Wow.
Hii ndio ya kutoka from goal to goal ulimetoa wapi?
Well, okay. So yes, I'm a defender.
Yeah.
But in my team, in my club, I'm not a defender.
Oh, okay.
I'm a utility player. Sometimes you find the coach is fielding me as a defender, as a midfielder. Game ikiendelea unasikia Lynn panda. So that's when you find, maybe at the game when I'm starting as a midfielder. But I feel training with the national team really opened up a lot in me, because in the national team, I gained fitness, I gained ball handling, I gained a lot of things in that team. And so when I came back to my club, I had a lot to offer. You find that sometimes when it's hard, maybe like now in the tournament, in the Mount Kenya tournament, I was not playing as a defender, I was playing as a midfielder. So you find that even in a setup like in your team where they now start believing in you, they're like, Lynn, Evo. So you find that even in the game, when you feel your team is believing in you, you now become even the GOAT in that. You now remove your inner.
The GOAT of USIU. Spartans.
Okay. You remove now the inner master in you. So you just want to do it for the team. You just want to see your team winning. So even when I came from now midfield, that's when you, as a midfielder, it's easy to score because when the forwards now, there's a strategy in hockey where you say the forwards come out of the baseline, then you as the midfielder unaingia, they pass you the ball and you're at the higher chance of scoring. So that's the strategy we used. So you find that at that particular moment, when now the team is like, you've got this for us. So you have no ata useme here, if now the team believes in me, what else am I? You have to now be the top scorer. You have to score for them in a match that they feel it's
a
not,
do or die for them, or it's a tough one. That's usually a tough space to be in, as an athlete. Just before I ask a question on that, how are you? You went to the national team. You've learned a couple of things. You've grown. You've been better. Are you doing the same to your teammates at the club level? Are you elevating your team as well?
Yes.
And how are you doing it?
Number one, when we go for training, we have a specific training schedule, and in USIU we have coaching development programs where coaches have specific times to develop upcoming athletes. So you find that even when I mostly have classes during the day, and I freed my evening sessions for evening trainings. So when we go for training, and after training we have to play a small game. So you find that during those games, when someone makes a mistake, you have to stop the whole game and make sure you correct the person at that moment. You don't have to wait until the after training for you to be like, okay, you made a mistake, this is what you're supposed to do. No, you correct them at that particular moment they make the mistake for it to stick. So you find that in my team, the people who came maybe with little knowledge of hockey, they are now coming and growing up. Because now you feel I'm not the only person who participates in national team. We have other players as well. So you find that even as we unite together, the times I'm not in, somebody else is taking up my place. So that's how you find that we are growing together as a team. Especially if you see that team we are now and the team we were before, there's a very big difference. There's a very big growth. Thank you.
Congratulations. On to the question that I wanted to ask you is, you've been able to accept that role of being a team leader at your team and doing the tough job when you're needed to. It's not an easy thing for most athletes to accept. How did you come to accept that? And what were the challenges that you faced during that process? And how are you getting better at it?
To begin with, I feel like one of the things I passionately love is being a leader. And
governor. Anaitwa governor mtaa.
Yeah, that's my nickname. So I love leadership a lot, and it's something I have had since primary school. I've always wanted to be a leader in this, a leader in this. So you find that in positions I'm able to lead, I'll try and bring the best out of the team or the people I'm trying to lead. So you find that in a setup like USIU, as a, let me say, upcoming athlete, as an experienced athlete, I find that we have roles where you're supposed to pick up an athlete and mold them to be the next you, to make sure that if you leave the team, like now I'm graduating, in USIU, you won't play forever. Of course, there's a time where utakuja, you get work, you leave. So who are you leaving? The next person. Previously, in the team I used to play for, KU, there's a lady who was now upcoming, and I had to leave the team. So I made sure before I left that young girl had become the next Lynn to replace me as the right back. So now coming to USIU now, I have to make sure as I leave USIU, I have to leave another Lynn in the team where she's going to do everything that I handle. This is something that started even in high school. When you're leaving, I feel like it's already instilled in us. It's natural, especially as a person I desire to be a leader even after all this. I desire to be somebody better, somebody I can lead people in the best way I can. So I feel like Yeah, that's...
So speaking of leadership, you're able to, do all this that you do.
Yeah.
And how are you planning to use broadcasting? And how are you planning to use, what's the next level after you graduate in regards to leadership?
In regards to leadership, I feel like maybe I can try and, because right now I'm a sports, I'm in SPAC, okay, the sports activities committee in USIU. And as a PRO, I'm the public relations officer. And I would like to be the next, I would like to merge sports and media. So I would like it to be my thing. You see, I would like it to be not under me really, but I would like to oversee it. I would like me to see everything is happening according to how my dreams are. Yeah. So that is how I would like to do that in leadership out here. Because out here you just can't come and say, excuse, nataka kuwa lead. You see? So you just have to be the one bringing out. And you doing that, you're a leader. Yeah. You see, si lazima sasa ukwe na watu unafall. Ukifanya kitu, something that someone else is not doing. That's leadership. Yep. That's, yani, you being the CEO of all this, you're the leader. So that's something I want to major in. And me before I came to USIU to do media, I did sports management. So it's something that I want now to combine the sports management and
degree,
media. No, diploma. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's something I want to combine the two. So dreams are big.
We'll talk about these dreams later. But viewers, these are the conversations we are bringing you here at Wima Sports, indeed, where we are championing sports development. And you've heard what Lynn has talked about, where, we merge sports and media. And we are doing that here, and you can only find that here at Wima Sports, where indeed we champion sports development. Can you share any memorable moments from your field hockey career that have had a profound impact in your life? Yani ile kuchapa tu hivi ukabadilika, unasikia ni kama radi imekuchapa.
Mimi yangu inabaki tu kwa Birmingham. Yani ni hiyo tu.
Ni Birmingham tu.
Because you see, even when you're waiting for that list, us when the list is being named, it's a whole committee inakuja inakaa na tunakalishwa chini kila mtu, and a list is named. 18 players, wakianza na goalkeepers pale na wewe ni defender, unangoja jina yako. Sasa yao wametaja defenders 4, wewe bado watu 2 hapa hujasikia jina.
Hujasikia jina yako, pressure.
So I feel like for me, what the best feeling I've ever had when that team was named, yani jina yangu ilikuja ya 3. Unaona, after they named the first person, the second, jina yangu ilikuwa ya 3. Like Lynn Mwangi was the alafu there's another Lynn in the team. So when they named Lynn, you have to listen to the next one. It might not be you, so you have to listen to the next name. So when you just hear Lynn Mwangi, I just zoned out. Hata sikusikia wengine. When you just hear your name and you're like, now Birmingham, here I come. Have you ever trained like life depends on it? Because that list can change.
Yeah.
I think that was
just
that
a little
was
girl from Kerugoya.
Imagine. Sasa you hata
kama ni Kirinyaga. Kerugoya ulipitia tu.
Kerugoya ndiko tunaishi.
Wacha?
Yes.
Sawa. So you've been able to you threw me off a bit, sorry. Winning the national team test series in 2021 and participating in the African Cup of Nations in 2022 are remarkable achievements, right? How has you have that flag on your chest? How has it been representing Kenya? And on your first game with that flag on your chest, how did it feel?
Oh my God. It's a feeling that all athletes dream of. To begin with, coming from under 21, we did not travel because of COVID. So still, I had not won a Kenyan flag. Achana na high school. High school, that's high school. This is Kenya team we are talking about. And when we played the first test series, and the test series was just in Kenya, Nairobi, Bado. These people, you see the senior team, the senior players in the team had traveled to South Africa, Ghana. So these are people who have already done it. Wewe haujawai. So just when in hockey, what matters most, I think it's the list. When you're in that list, you've like made 90% of it, but now stepping into that field, singing the national anthem. That was the proudest moment. In all the videos they have appeared in, singing that flag, I'm all smiles. You're just singing proudly, knowing you're representing the country back at home. And just wearing this flag. Yani, mimi, I can train with the Kenyan training kids for the whole week na nisitake kujua. I can wear the red one, the white one, alafu nirudie next week. Because I'm so proud of being in the Kenya team. Because it's the proudest moments we have in our lives. As
an athlete, right? And I think, you know, after the soldiers, the athletes, you people who represent us out there, selflessly, with blood and sweat, tears. Speaking of blood, sweat, and tears, which are some of your tough moments in your career?
Tough moments?
Where are you almost, man, mini mechoka?
Tough moments are maybe losing, when you feel like maybe you're in a moment when you'll have won, but then kitu ili happen, hamku win, mka lose, seeing teammates crying. These are moments when I would never want to face. Seeing like when someone did not make it to the team and they had like, it's so so painful. And sometimes when you yourself, like when you feel you're capable of doing something, like iyo siku imekata. Like you see, every athlete has this bad day in office. During that moment when you are trying your best, but imekata tu, there's nothing you can do about it. Yani those moments, for me, they are bad, and I cry every time something like that happens. For me, that's a way to remove it from my system and say, accept it. That's the only way I can accept. So those are the moments when losing, as an athlete, I feel like losing is, tunambiangwa there's a winner and a loser, but hakuna mtu anatakanga kuwa loser. And it's so painful being a loser. When you lose to someone who deserves it, you can say you played your heart out, but the other team really did. But now losing and you feel you would have done better, it's so painful. It's so painful.
I'd like to revisit, a topic we've discussed before. The reason being, I think it's a very important thing, and this is time management, and you talked about a schedule, having a schedule. What does a typical day look like for you when you're on season and you have all these other things happening in life? Okay.
For me, my day starts even with school faster. So
you wake up at?
I wake up at 6:30. And after I wake up, of course, pray, shower, and do all that. Then after that, I go to the gym. My classes start at 9. Go to the gym, do I have a gym schedule where there are activities I have to do. After the gym, I go to my classes. I have placed my classes in a way that 2 days in USIU, the classes you have on Monday, you repeat the same classes on Wednesday. The classes you have on Tuesdays, you repeat them on Thursday. But now, if you have a 3-hour class, you only do it once. You don't do it twice. So for me, I have scheduled my classes in a way. If it's Monday and Wednesday, I have classes the whole day to give me full days to train on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So Tuesdays and Thursdays is always a sports day for me.
Full day?
Yes.
What do you work out on a full day?
On a full day, I go to the gym, then go for a recovery session, then do yoga. Then after yoga, I go swim, spend my time swimming. And after that, I can do some studies, maybe revisions. And then after that, we have development training with coaches. And then now we have the normal training in the evening. Then as a Spark leader, you always have meetings in between. So these are the times you have to place yourselves, you can meet them. Then, because Tuesday, Thursdays is when I have a lot of free time after the gym. Because you also can't tire your body with gym the whole day. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that's true. Being a Spark lead, I think you interact with a good friend of ours, Hilda Indasi. You know her?
Yes. She's our boss.
You can say hi to her.
Hi, Hilda. I'll come on Monday.
I sent her your poster.
Oh.
I think she's aware we're doing this. She's out, right?
Yeah.
Playing, I think, in Rwanda.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Hilda, thank you for nurturing. I see your work here. You're doing great work there at USIU Africa. Being the most valuable player at Mount Kenya University tournament, great accomplishment. Just coming from, Birmingham, interacting with the national teams, improving, being exposed to teams outside. You come back, be the MVP. What attributes and skills do you think are crucial in becoming a valuable player in field hockey? If there's a young person out there looking at you.
I would say discipline. Discipline. Because as a disciplined player, it means you have everything. You basically have the good skills it takes for you to be a good player. You need to have good teamwork. That's very crucial, because as a valuable player, you have to connect everyone in the field. You have to connect the defenders from the midfielders. You have to connect even players from the referee. You have to be an attributed person where you have to have your own stance. And also you have to have your personal kujituma. Sijui in English.
Kujituma.
Like unajituma. People have to see that effort. People have to see, this girl is doing the majority in this team. So I think that's all it takes. And also just doing basically everything and score. Because still as a MVP, as much as some MVPs don't score, but then they attribute to it. Of course, you have to be the center of everything that is happening. Yeah. So I feel like I may not have a lot to say on it, but maybe that's all it takes. Yeah.
So how do you handle Najua pale field? You're the MVP, you go back home. This is still around leadership. You go back home or you go up to your life outside the sport. Are you still so aggressive as you are in the field, within family setup, within your friends setup, within your social setups? Do you feel that way when you go there, hapa my dad akishasema amesema, mama akishasema, ama sister yako sasa wewe bana wewe ucheze sports na niambia nini?
Okay.
How do you handle that?
I feel like in outside sports, I feel like still I have the attributes, because even at home when I'm from a family where voices are like tunasikizwa. So if you have something to say, unasema. And then, in our family, we always have meetings, by the way. Na sisi, meetings zetu, you have to say what is in your heart. And you say, kama you umenifanyia hivi, you say, this has happened and this is what I want. That is why I learned leadership, to be honest. Because even seeing how my mom is handling things and how, like, my big sister anatuongelesha, you're like, hey, nataka kukua in that position. So to exchange, nikue firstborn. So you're finding that they are stamping their authority. So I find that even out here, when I'm trying to talk, when even I'm at home and something I'm the last born. So, and I have a small niece who I'm growing up with. And even when I tell her something, she listens, because she knows I'm the person in authority at that time. Yeah. So I feel like every place I'm going, I'm showing that aspect. When we go for like trips where in leadership and maybe I'm there, someone will just ask, we have a sports leader here, give us your opinion. And I'm like, okay. So, like, I feel like I have used leadership everywhere I go. Ukienda mahali and someone is asking, what do you think? Even when you go for a cup of coffee and someone asks you, what would you like to have? That person is putting you in that leadership position, because you're saying what you want. So, I feel like I'm this person with a positive mentality, and I know that everything I do, it's always attributing to who I'm becoming every day. Yeah. So I use every opportunity, every moment I have to make sure I'm becoming the best version of me.
As we wrap it up, Lynn, what are your future academic and sporting goals? What next?
What next?
Yeah.
I have a dream to play abroad. I have a dream to make sure I'm abroad and I'm now achieving my pro hockey dreams. Because as athletes, we all have dreams and what you want to do even with your sport. For me, I have a dream to become the next Lucia Aymar, the next Anatoman, the next, these are all people who I look up to, and living the life they are living is something for me to be a dream come true. So I'm still not there, but I'm headed there. And with my media career, I have a dream to make sure sports is noticed. I would like to do like sports media, where sports is internationally recognized, especially to be specific, like field hockey. Because I came to know in a country like Kenya, when you tell someone you play hockey, they're like, oh, golf. You're like, mister, see golf? Like, kuna hockey. You even remove them a hockey stick, indio hockey. Inaka ile ya golf. So you're like, kai.
There's a friend of mine who said football ya vijiti.
Like, this is my dream. So, and also to make sure sports is recognized. I want to take sports to the next level. I want to take sports Kenya to the next level. I want to just take sports. I want to see sports just excelling. I think sports is my world.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. She wants to take sports to the next level. And indeed, she can, because she's been able to show it. She has a track record. And we as Wima Sports are wishing you all the best in that.
Thank you so much.
And we believe you'll do it. So long as you already started overcoming the inertia, then you'll get there. On to the quick fire segment, your best sports documentary.
I don't know.
Wewe usiniangushe. Wewe ni mtu wa media, sports media.
Hey!
Na broadcast.
Hey! Jamani. Jamani, kuna options.
Kuna options. Acha tukupe option moja, inaitwa The Journey. The Journey, it was created by Wima Sports, and it's a sports documentary covering Africa Nazarene University basketball team. We'd like you to watch it.
Okay. Challenge accepted. I'm sorry about that.
Then you let us know.
Okay.
We'd like to get your feedback as a professional in broadcast and media as well.
Okay.
In regards to that.
No problem. I'm sorry about that.
No pressure, no pressure. There's always a first time for everything, right? So your best sports athlete?
Fiona Crackles. She's from England. I have a picture with her. She's the best. I feel like she's actually younger than me.
What?
Yes.
How old?
I think she's 23 now. And she's just top. And I feel like how she carries herself, she's just my role model. And how she plays, I feel like I've interacted with England players. And so I know, I've seen how they do. And also there's South African players who, I see they do good jobs. Odantile Zulu, Shan, Maddox, all those people are people who, I see they, Juanita Bobs.
You spoke of recovery.
Yeah.
Your best sports recovery equipment or method of recovery?
Yoga.
Yoga.
Yeah, because I feel like after I do gym, I do either swimming, because that's where I was told hydrotherapy. So I'm not so much into sports science, but those are things that I have been given to do. So sometimes I'm told to go do yoga, stretches and all, and then go swimming. So those are the recoveries I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. You have to embrace sports science as a pro athlete, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to make it to the next level, hakuna shortcut hapo.
Hey, hakuna walai. Hakuna.
As we wrap it up, Lynn, you know, you are someone who is inspiring lots of young ladies, lots of, men as well, and generally sports athletes, and, whoever, you never know who is looking up to you. I'd like you to look at your camera there and talk to such a person. What will you tell them? Then the second person I'd like you to talk to is, what will you do different if you're 17 years old today?
To answer the first question, to any young aspiring athlete, I want to ask you to please believe in yourself. Don't rush it. Just go slow, one step at a time. Don't want to do a million things in once. Just know everything is gradual, and believe in yourself. Pray about it and believe that everything that happens for a reason. It may not happen now. It may not happen right now as you want it, but one day surely. Itajipa, it will give. So just believe in it. So for the second question was?
17-year-old you. Today, what will you do different?
To my 17-year-old me, I feel like I would believe in myself, to be honest, because those self-doubts really take time. It will push you behind and they'll make you feel like there's more time to do something, where else you're wasting a lot of time. As you see people out here, they are excelling in an age of 20. People are becoming pros. As we are still 24, ndio tunangangana. So for me, I'll tell myself, 17-year-old me, just do it now. Don't wait. If I had the opportunity to play national team when I was 17, I would do it. I'll just go and try. Everything is about trying. But now at least I know better. I'm doing everything I can now. Whether rubbish, everything I can, as long as I do it and believe in me. That's all I would say to me.
Thank you so much, Lynn.
Thank you so
and
much.
Just before we wrap it up, you mentioned one important thing and you said, pray about it.
Yeah.
You're a strong believer?
A very strong believer. Yeah. It's too late, but I got saved last year. And I used to pray. I used to be a prayerful person, but sikuwa nimeokoka ile. But now at least I know everything I've done since then, I have seen the hand of God. Because sometimes some things we just say, aki Mungu nisaidie. But for me, I always say, Mungu nisaidie. Aki and faith. Let me tell you, faith can move mountains.
100%.
I have put something in faith and it has happened just because of faith. See, actually, I'm so good. Have you ever done something and you're wondering, how did that happen? But then you remember, oh, there's God. You're like, okay, thanks God. Like that was you.
True.
I give God his credit. So for me, I feel like God has really done a lot in my life that hata saibu kiniuliza, how did you manage that? Ni God. Yeah.
Ni God always. And as we wrap it up, viewers, it's all about God, because we're about to clock 2 years here at Wima Sports, and indeed it's been the hand of God on how much we've grown from grass, and it's not yet where we want to be, but God is indeed continuing the journey. And you've heard all the stories of Lynn, and if you want to connect with her, how do people look for you?
I'm on Instagram, Lynn Mwangi 18. 18 is my jersey number. And I'm on LinkedIn, Lynn Mwangi. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Facebook, Lynn Mwangi. Yeah, I just use my official names. Okay.
That's nice, viewers. It was great having you here. Indeed, Lynn, we are wishing you all the best from Wima Sports. We are looking forward to great things, and we shall hold you accountable by your words.
Thank you.
We are waiting to see you go pro in one of the countries that you desire. And indeed take the hockey team in Kenya to the next level. Ladies team together with all the other ladies that you work with. We salute you. We celebrate you guys.
Thank you.
Just keep winning, keep striving, keep working hard. And indeed, when you mesema, itajipa, right?
Yes.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was great having you. Until next time, it's your host here at Wima Sports, Jermaine, signing out. Salute.